The St. Charles Parish Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness is the only 24/7 emergency operations center in the state of Louisiana. It actively works to provide a comprehensive emergency management program and maintain relationships with local, regional, state, and national agencies to ensure the team is prepared to manage any emergency, be it industrial, chemical, man-made, or weather-related. In 2019, the Emergency Operations Center responded to 61 events, of which 56 were classified as unusual, 3 alerts, 1 site area emergency, and 1 general emergency. Those 61 occurrences consisted of 31 industrial events, 7 natural, 2 homeland security, and 21 miscellaneous. In April of 2019, the Emergency Operations Center welcomed a delegation from South Korea's National Institute of Chemical Safety. The St. Charles Parish EOC was recommended by federal officials to NICS to learn how to respond to emergency events on the local level. To fight resident complacency in response to major storms, emergency operations teamed up with the Public Information Office to bring Charlie and his Preparedness pals to youth throughout the area. This program was designed completely in-house and explains to children what they can do to prepare for storms and how emergency operations work around the clock to help keep them safe. Originally piloted to area summer camps, the campaign gained local recognition and, upon request, was introduced to 3rd and 4th graders at elementary schools. With help of local partner agencies including Shell Norco Manufacturing Complex, the United Way of St. Charles, and St. Charles Parish Hospital Auxiliary Services, each child who went through the Charlie program received a Charlie and his Preparedness Pals activity book and a box of crayons. This campaign was also featured in the July 2019 edition of the GOSEB Focus and was awarded 2 Outstanding Achievement Awards at the 2020 National Hurricane Conference. In November, the Emergency Operations Center participated in a Waterford 3 nuclear drill for SCORE, which was overseen by the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. Leading up to the event, the EOC held meetings and practice runs, which afforded all St. Charles Parish departments involved to pass the SCORE drill. 2020 has already been a busy year for the EOC. In response to the COVID-19 outbreak, a declaration of emergency was made on March 13th. Emergency operations staff have continuously monitored the situation as it pertains to St. Charles Parish. Throughout the course of the COVID-19 pandemic, the EOC has assisted the National Guard with drive-through self-testing at Hahnville High School, mobile testing in underserved areas throughout the parish, as well as a food distribution at the LaFawn Performing Arts Center. They continue to monitor the parish as it enters Phase 2 of reopening and will continue to do so throughout the duration of the pandemic. The EOC conducted a hurricane preparedness tabletop exercise, which turned into a real-world event with the landfall of Tropical Storm Cristobal, as well as an assisted evacuation drill. Each storm season, these drills and exercises help to teach new staff and refresh returning staff on the correct policies and procedures should an emergency arise. Additionally, it is a chance for emergency operations to discuss with other departments any changes or concerns and further strengthens the relationships with outside responding agencies. This year's exercises also allowed essential personnel to practice new procedures put in place in response to COVID-19. The task of monitoring and managing emergency responses can be a daunting one, especially when trying to figure out how to effectively turn the overwhelming flood of data from various sources into usable information that can be analyzed and shared. One solution aiding the St. Charles Parish Emergency Operations Center is the use of Geographic Information Systems, or GIS. The application of this technology and the shared data holds immense potential for parish officials with emergency management responsibilities. In a collaborative effort between the EOC and GIS department, the development of a GIS-based emergency response dashboard was created. The dashboard is a visual display or a comprehensive representation of all the events and emergencies that the EOC is aware of and responding to. A series of easy-to-understand dashboards for call logs, damage assessments, and pre-storm surveys was developed to provide a visual component to the information received by the EOC, facilitate data storage, and support the parish's mitigation, preparedness, response, and recovery missions. These operational dashboards allow parish emergency managers to better comprehend data from near real-time data feeds. This visualized presentation of information also allows emergency managers to create insights from data that helps them make more informed decisions, take precise actions, and create more comprehensive strategies during a crisis. The incident dashboard identifies the hotspots in which requests for emergency services are reported so that the parish can allocate resources to where they're needed most. It also tracks emergency requests coming from parish residents and ensures that the parish is proactive and effective in providing emergency assistance. Lastly, it highlights areas that are requesting assistance and sees what types of requests they are making. You can view trends by area to see which locations have the most requests or are increasing in the number of requests. The damage assessment dashboard is used by field inspectors to conduct initial damage assessments immediately following an incident or natural disaster. The GIS department created and launched a mobile app that is used to collect damage assessment information in the field and to monitor assessments via the dashboard. The application was used to conduct damage assessments following the May 14, 2020 rain event and to conduct pre-storm survey prior to Tropical Storm Cristobal. The GIS application serves as a hub for emergency managers during an emergency response. It allows them to check the status of existing requests, submit requests for assistance, or view updates from residents or agencies. Future development will focus on enhancing the front end of the application for daily use and report generation to ensure that emergency responders have access to the up-to-date information. It is a joint effort to make GIS the principal mapping source that keeps decision makers and public informed about what is happening and how the situation changes during an emergency response. The Emergency Operations Center aims to continually find ways to make residents more knowledgeable about how to protect themselves, and is always looking for original and unique ways to reach the public and empower residents of all ages. The EOC is always seeking out better ways to protect residents and will always be there to answer the phone when you call.